Arnie mentioned, there are comment cards at the back. Feel free to write down your concerns, your thoughts, and we will look at those at a later time. We do have a lot of people here, and we want to hear from everyone, so we're going to ask you to please limit your comments to 1.5 minutes. And I'm the bad person. I'll be the one keeping time and asking you to stop talking when your deadline is.
If you're uncomfortable standing, you're not in a rush. You know, you can wait up when the line is short, so you don't have to stand in line for a week. Sir, I think you're first.
My name is Rick Sealer, and I taught 25 years at Mark Twain Middle before retiring at 4 years of education. My concern is Oakwood Park and what is being done with those who want to turn it into a dog park. And the problem is, with the dog park, is that there was a gentleman by the name of Dr. Stoller who wanted to turn part of Oakwood Park into a dog park. The problem being, though, was he didn't look at the total picture. 4/10 down the road is Westminster Dog Park. In Westminster Dog Park, you have a well-built dog park. But what no one knew about was Dr. Stoller wasn't asking the right question. About 3 weeks ago, I went with friends of mine from Chicago, and I've never been to Westminster Dog Park. The first thing, and we grew up in the Midwest, and my friend was from Kansas. And the first thing we saw was, right as we entered, 2 ladies doing a drug exchange. We go inside, and and we had a big, beautiful French poodle who was just, these are rich people, and I can't help it that my friends are rich. And the first thing that happened to us was that these people who were basically not well-to-do and were not part of Venice sicked their dogs on us and started to laugh at us, and because we entered their dog park. Okay? These people were not from Venice. These people had nowhere to live. My anger goes not towards these people because these people were allowed this. My anger goes towards CD11 and Parks and Recreation because they aren't handling it. Dr. Stoller's question should have been, what can we as a community do to fix these parks so they work for the people, so Oakwood Park can stay as a community park and Westminster can work as a dog park?
My name is Arthur Kessler. I'd like to both thank and commend Commander Smith and Captain Peters for their efforts so far, and most importantly for their promise to follow through on cleaning up Venice. I have a very good feel-good story for you that affects Venice and the city as a whole. You really should contact a gentleman named Dennis Barrett. He's the Director of Child Nutrition for the LA Unified. He's in the process of saving many millions of dollars for the city and doing an incredible job of bringing the students into helping decide on what the food is. He's done a great job in revamping the central kitchen, and I think it would be a very nice story to put on TV to hear something good that's happening in LA. I'd also like to comment on a little bit on the Venice Neighborhood Council and the handling of the RVs and campers in the streets, which is the main concern of most of the Venice citizens. They appointed a committee that works 6 to 8 months to come up with a pilot project, going to Santa Barbara, going to Eugene, and developed a wonderful pilot project. The Venice Neighborhood Council, the last time I was there and they talked about it, decided, why do we need a pilot project? Let's just go full bore. Why do we need to put these vehicles a certain distance from homes? We can just stack them up anywhere. And I think it's very important that ABC stay on top of this, because a pilot project is the way to go. A lot of concerned citizens spent 6 to 8 months to develop this plan, and I used to be very active in New York City government when I lived there. I know one thing. If you start big, you can't go back to small. If you start small, you can work out the problems, and then you can go big and hopefully solve this problem. So thank you for coming down, and good night.
never would have guessed that you were from New York.
My name is John Valentine. I'm a longtime Venice resident. In fact, I've had family in September. Will be in Venice in 96 years. I have a sister that's 63. She's never lived in any place but Venice. So I think I know the background of what's going on in Venice. Oakwood Recreation Center, there's a senior club and a nutrition program. And the seniors, we can't really enjoy the park with dogs running off leash and they don't pick up after the dogs. There are little children running around, and we have had this problem for a long time. And another problem we have is that the illegal fences that are taller than what the law is. Now, the people that live in Venice, and that's the reason why I started off how long my family's been in Venice, we all obey the law. We don't put up and come in and be outlaws and put up things that are against the law. And it's against the law to have dogs off leash at Oakwood. And also, too, everybody is having fits about the RVs and things, but there are people that have lived in Venice a long time. Everybody, and I could get back on, you could too. You all seem like you got a good job, but you know, you may know some people. Could be your children, relative, cousin, that could be homeless. And I personally would rather see somebody sleeping in a camper than on the doorstep. Thank you.
Oakwood is not an off-leash park.
No, it is.
It's not off-leash.
Supposed to have.
So no one is enforcing it?
No one does not.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to
Going
understand.
on about 10 years.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erin Mathis. This is baby Sierra. And I live in Venice with my husband and my other young son and family. We actually chose to live here and kind of build a family compound where we live right next to my husband's parents, and we really like it. So thank you for coming and listening to us tonight. And my main concern as a mother in Venice right now is the condition of our streets and the safety factor, because I'm out there walking with my kids in the stroller, and just right down my street, we're walking by an entire block that's people camping on the street, whether it's on the sidewalks or in their RVs, and you're going to hear a lot about this tonight. I mean, obviously it's a hot issue in Venice, but I just wanted to bring my perspective as a young mother who's raising a family, and there's actually quite a lot of young families in Venice if you look. I mean, they're just strollers all over the street, and just concerned for my children's safety because I'm raising them here. And when you have a lot of people living illegally in the streets, camping in our streets, it just brings a lot of problems. It brings there's trash, there's waste, there's I don't have to go into it, you understand the issues, but myself and other young families, there's just a growing concern because we are raising our families here. We want our kids to be able to be on the streets and be safe, and so we just really, I'm being active in it because I want to create a safe place to raise my family, and I appreciate all the efforts of our police force and parking enforcement as well as the city council, and just urge them to continue to find solutions that can both make our city safe and provide for those who are down on their luck, or this is the lifestyle that's working right now. So appreciate that.
But
Yeah.
you do feel that the city and police and council is trying to address the issue?
I do, and I guess there's people who've been at it for